Hello, welcome to Present Times Linux. Early talking. Okay, I was live streaming earlier and someone says, well, I'm having a problem with your openbox. He's installed it and when he goes to reboot at the end of the install, it goes straight back into his BIOS. It just boot loops straight back. So on the stream, I went through the install. The poor guy Steve, he he's got work about now as it happens. He has to be up for work roughly at the time I'm recording this. Merry Christmas, by the way, everyone. Yay! So I've installed this now about 6 times now. On the stream, I tried to install it, and it came up with some kind of VGAs, and it's depreciated, and it locked up. So I decided to install it under EFI, and it installed, rebooted, it worked. Got my head crashing. So after that happened, I've ended the stream, I've said goodnight to everyone. And the first thing I did was I jumped on the forum. And I can show you this, by the way. Don't mind, it's all good. And so I've gone straight on the forum. I've gone to news and announcements, where it is. Let me have a look. Openbox 2019 release. Right, so that's where I've thinking it. Capitalisation. Yeah, I had a bad link because I forgot to capitalise it in the thingy, but I fixed it. That's where text says he's put it up on NLUUG. DBAS has put it on the Linux tracker for me. Very good lads. And then, like, I've posted this. Okay, from booting legacy mode found. It says VG, which is what the error I had coming up. Can't remember the rest, which I couldn't, in fairness. Every bit's fine, and of course, like, I got down here. Soon as it's depreciated, that's been prescribed on. But it shouldn't affect what is strange how this should affect it now. And I thought, yeah, it should. So I haven't gone back into the normal one because, I thought, okay, let's try this again. So I installed it, and this happens. And this is also in legacy mode, by the way. Let me just stop the timer from clocking down. But you can see that I'm not in EFI mode. Sorry, if I go to settings and system, you will see, although it's greyed out because I've got it running, enable EFI is not turned on, so I'm in legacy mode. So we'll let it boot, and what you know, it booted. 7 times I have installed this tonight in legacy mode, 7 times, and I've not repeated that incident, not once. And so I'm just going to go through it again right now, because like, it's just all strange. I just keep changes, whatever. I haven't really changed. I haven't actually changed anything, to be honest. So we'll do this again. We'll go to single, and I promise you this is the exact same ISO. The 2012-19 ISO is the exact same one as I uploaded. I don't know how I can prove. Oh, I can actually, can't I? So if I go to terminal, and what I'm going to do is SSA, oops, and I will, can't type. Yeah, it will take me a time for me to get in. It always does. It's not instantaneous. It's not the quickest server in the world for this at all. So hopefully it's going to ask me for a... Oh, it's asking me for a password. Oh, it's thinking I'm present, you see. Hang on, I'm going to have to quit out of that. Sorry about this. Let's try this again. There we go. And then I can put my password in. So yes, it's all good fun. wait for the password to come up. Here she is. Hopefully that's gone in. It has. So if I go to openbox, you can see there, and I will do the cat community openbox. MD5 something in it. Right, if I bring that up, you can see there 2E44 BC, you know, B1C7, right? So I will be fair, and that one is in home present community, so I will go to home present community on this. Oh, hang on, what's that doing? Okay, gonna have to open up the terminal, folks. Ha! It's all good, it's all good. Right, so let's it should be on here somewhere. Yeah, here it is. So if I do a quick MD5 sum of that, so MD5 sum community openbox 20 ISO. Let it compute the ISO. Let it compute the oh, and they are different. Now that is interesting. I'm just wondering if the upload therefore is wrong. Hang on. Let me oh, that's why. I'm a thick person. Sorry peeps. I've just noticed this says here 2019.11 and it's 12 I want. I'm just thinking, why is that mismatched so much? I was kind of worried myself there. Oh, it's PC Linux OS 64, that's why. Right, let's try this again. Right, 85. Well, 138543, so I'm actually working backwards, so it's 4FF. So this number here is the right one, because it's for this here. And I've just done the MD5 sum, and it matches on here. So, I know that the files are the same. I do apologise about that, that's on me. So yes, the MD5s match. Okay, I won't just quit this thingy, but I will exit. So we know that the ISO is exactly the same. I'm not pulling any so let's start this off. I'm not trying to pull the wool over anybody's eyes. And I will do it exactly the same as I did it on the stream. Literally no difference. Except for me hanging around. Okay, just waiting for this to load. It's just probably one of these bad boot things that happens to me. But I'm starting to think that he should check his MD5 sum against the ISO he's got. Make sure he's got the right file downloaded. Right, go back to UK keyboard as I did last time. Just wait for Mr. Openbox to open up. Woohoo! Okay, and there it is. Click on install. Next, I will erase or unuse all partitions again, like I did last time. I will compute the total size, and next you come up with the warning. There we go. Excuse me just a moment. Click next. And that's it going along right now. So give me a second and I'll get to the boot screen. So I'm just going to pause just for a second. Okay, I'm going to resume from here. Instead of letting it get all the way to the end there. So we'll just wait. Just a couple of more, just a few seconds, about half a minute or so, I think remaining. Okay, it's finished copying, start the initial program. Now originally I had the problem of the 788, and what I was going to suggest to do is not on the next screen, but the screen after. You can actually stop it from doing that, but I'm not going to this time, because I've just like done this so many times tonight, I really have. If I had that previous screen I had down to 1 second, but the timing of it don't work. Okay, but here, up the top where we've got splash silence and all that kind of business, isn't there for some reason, but yeah, sometimes VGA. So I'll take off the probing like I did the last time, and I will click finish. And I did show in the other video how to remove the 788 from the boot stanza by going into exit, etc and default grub. That's the path, / anyway, that seems to be happy. So let's reboot, let's see what happens this time. Now I have honestly done this 7 times previously with no problem. So let's try this again. Now it does help if I press the enter key, doesn't it? And it was here, it hung up, so no, it's straight in like Flynn. So I'm unable to help right now, Steve, if you're watching this, because I can't reproduce what I did on the live stream. I cannot reproduce it. I have tried to reproduce it. I even put it in the bloody thingy, but yeah, it's a self-fixing bug, my chap. The reason why it's boot looping for you is I truthfully don't know. For a moment now, I thought I lost X server. I thought, oh well, there's a new trick. Yeah, it does seem to be taking its time coming up for some reason. I'm not quite sure which drive I've actually put this on, in fairness to myself. Oh no, it's Xbox new. It's not giving me the path. No, it's not giving me the path. So anyway, I'm at the Wheel of Fortune stage, because it's at Chicago, so let's scroll down to GB. Although some people like to use Europe, London. Either will do. You can either go down here and scroll down to London, which I will this time, just for giggles. My clock is set to UTC because UTC originates in Greenwich Mean Time. It is the one and the same. So I will put in my password, as I always do, and my usual login details, as everybody knows me as this. Strange enough, I was talking to Mark, not last night, the night before, on Discord, Silent Robot, and we were having a chat, and I was spinning a VM, and I typed my bloody passwords into the chat. It's all good though, because I did remove it afterwards. So there we go. We have a working. That's strange. I can't set I use for this. We have a working. Thingy. No, it's snow, isn't it? Yeah, it's snow. Working VM. So I am unsure, honestly, totally unsure what I did. Sorry, it needs a reboot after this. The 6.0, if you're still using 6.0 of VirtualBox and use PC Linux OS, use the devices and whatever, do this and insert and do it that way, because the inbuilt ones are for 6.1. So anyway, we'll let it build the kernel. Modules, that's what happens. Okay, that's done. I don't think, well actually, it isn't done yet, is it? It has been installed. As you can see, it hasn't resized itself, so she's going to need another reboot. It used to reboot, well, it used to resize itself before without having to do that, but it's all good. It's all good. So it needs to reboot to make sure the kernel modules are installed properly. Another complaint I get is that in a VirtualBox that you can't see that anything's selected. As long as you click on here, oh there we go, it's resized. Click on here and that is flashing. Just put in the password. Press enter and you're good to go. Subsequently, if you do log out, you will see that, and I don't know why it does it. I've never found out the reason why. If I was to log out right now, you see the username is actually there when I print it in. You will see the dots go long. It's a GDM thing with 800 by 600 apparently. Yeah, it is how it is. So there we have it. That's openbox working on Legacy. I did put Legacy onto a USB key, as everybody knows. And I have also checked that on another machine that has only a Legacy BIOS. And, oh no, that's a lie, it's got EFI and Legacy, but I did use the Legacy version of it. Installed fine, rebooted fine. So, Steve, if when you can make a comment. If you do watch this video, please make a comment below. Merry Christmas to everybody. But I've been working on this now for like 7 times in VM and plus 1 another time on another machine, which is sitting next to me actually with a cup of coffee sitting on it that I spilled coffee on yesterday. Just saying, the day before yesterday. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a very, very Merry Christmas and absolutely fantastic New Year if I don't see you, any of you at all. Steve, the only thing I can suggest you do is download the MD5 some file if you haven't already, and then run the command md5.sum, md5 sum, and then the name of the thing, and make sure they match. If they do match, recopy it to the USB using, if you're on Windows, use Rufus, or if you're on Linux, use DD, like we tried to show you yesterday. Or if you're using another version of PC Linux OS like Jim's, you can use DD copy on Jim. Download DD copy off Jim's ISO, even while it's running on live, and you can do it that way, transfer the ISO that way. So thank you for watching all. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, have a fantastic time. Good night and God bless.